All right, guys. What about Amiobi here? We are going to play Redbud. I have a hard time saying that. Redbud National by Metatropic. This is his entry into the 2023 TGC Tours Major Design Contest. I'm going to go out on a limb and suggest that he has gone for a Masters-inspired major. Redbud National, and it looks Augusta-like. I'm just gonna go out there. I mean, looks like we've got kind of a magnolia lane going on over here, and then the little roundabout at the end of the driveway. The clubhouse looks the way it normally would. There's, you know, all the things that you find at the Masters are out there. Yeah, it's Masters. Like, it's obviously Masters. So let's see what we've got out there. So that I would expect the green to be friggin' fast then. Oh, this is not a nice place to put a bunker. So big white bunkers like they do in Augusta. I hope that tree's not my... Well, especially since... it's not that bad. I hope that tree's not my way, though. That'll get me a little bit crusty. 13-yard gap? That's not good. Okay, I pushed that. Get that out of the way first. I pushed it, but I hit the ball to the fairway where there was actually fairway, and then I got a tree in my way to this pin. Not thrilled with that. Oh, we've just nipped this some. Oh, it's only gonna go in. Oh. Never mind that tree. The crowd just standing there like they've seen it a million times. There's like, oh, yeah, whatever. Great. Come on, get excited, guys. Amiobi's here for a start. Like, you're blessed to see Amiobi. And I just hold out from the bunker. All right. 100 feet downhill, 600 yards, but he ain't gonna play that. And we are launching. Don't hit that tree too. I should probably ask my playing partners if they'd like to play through. You know, speaking of routine, little 400-yard drive, because of course you would. Significant downhill slope. Yeah, I mean, this has got some of the second at Augusta to it. Dog leg, downhill. It doesn't have water on it, but this does. And then you kind of use the slope up there. And we're not even gonna make it, we're gonna roll into the water. No, we're trying that again. Just wanted to see how this shot came in. Okay. For those watching on YouTube, if you have forgotten... Oh, you made par. If you've forgotten or didn't realize, the Major Design Contest, it's designed to be difficult. It's also... It can be designed to be after, like, a real-life major. It doesn't have to be. But it's typically going to be a difficult course because it's meant to be for the major championships in TGC Tours, which are the Platinum Tour players, which are the best players in the world. So it's going to be difficult. It's always going to be difficult. So you're taking away 100 yards from me. Do I want to block? Yeah, we'll smack it up there and see what happens. Oh my goodness. I'm afraid to fast it. So we've laid it up into the second cut. So we're pretty happy about that. Okay. Green's got, it's 175. So yeah, I figured they'd be speedy. There's some definite slope here to deal with. Oh, we're not in yet. Okay. That's normal for me, Saucy. You kidding me? Yes, yeah, should be about right. I like the way you've done the bunkering. Like, you've done a good job of capturing the Augusta style bunkers. And this being downwind is just gonna really struggle to stop. That went in. Man, you like stick and drop bunkers in the landing area, don't you? Especially when that's the angle I want to. All right, well. I need a bounce. Not off his foot either. Jeez. Yeah, wind didn't touch that. So here's the challenge in creating Augusta, in my or creating a master's course, in my opinion. You kind of need the fairways to be a bit on the narrower side to make it difficult. But, and I know in you know, the last 15 years or so, they've tightened the fairways up a bit. But Augusta wasn't really about being narrow fairways. Augusta kind of was always the greens where the second shot and the greens were really the challenge, right? Now, me hitting me missing fairways is nothing new. This looks a bit odd. Yeah, this down here, it's really roly-poly. It just looks odd. But yeah, it's, to me, that's the challenge in going for an Augusta style course, is that if you make the fairways really narrow, then you're kind of taking away the spirit of Augusta in a sense. But if you don't, then you might make it too easy. Oh, that's offside. I hit a career 3-wood in there and just rolls off the back. So yeah, and this is the other thing with major, like with the major, you're going to see silliness like this where you're going to have a runoff right after where the hole is. And you don't really have much, like, this pin is almost impossible to get at, right? That's the nature of it being a major course, I guess. But I don't know. The great major courses, you're still going to have the ability to be able to get somewhere near it. It's just gonna be really difficult to do so. Okay, well, yeah, that one was narrower. Okay, but yeah, you're pinching them in pretty good. Which, you know, this isn't a driver anyways. Doable, yeah, but Okay. It just is very, very, very difficult is what it looks like, which is part of the point, I suppose. Boy, oh boy. That back bunker is dead. Completely dead. So this is, you know, your 7th, which narrow, or sorry, shallow green. This isn't enough club, but I'm afraid to hit much more, because if I go long, I'm done. Okay, well, that's actually not the worst miss. Stay there. Okay. I was in between clubs on that par 3 too. Like the 3-iron was never getting anywhere near it, and 3 was too much. It's an interesting waypoint. So this is the 8th. So I guess this is meant to be an avenue, possibly. If you go to the right, can you, I mean, in this wind, probably not. But if I go over here, can I still get, I'm curious. Because I don't like my chances of threading that needle over there. Okay, so we get 3 bills, and we've got 270. With, which, you know, into this wind, not a chance. Uphill, I don't know. Uphill too. Maybe you can't. Maybe you have to be down that left. If for no other reason, then you get then you have the shot up the chute there. Like into the wind is not happening. Without wind, yeah, maybe. And you might have to hit driver and run it up through this. I'm not a huge fan of the drive kind of determining the hole on a par 5. I prefer the second shot to be it. I get what you're doing though. Like you're making me really earn eagle if I want it. I just feel like it, yeah, and again, it's a major contest, so it's apples and oranges here, but it really kind of takes away much of an incentive. You know, maybe I try and thread the needle, because if I don't, I can't get there anyways. So then I'm laying up just like I did. But then it just feels like it's luck, whether I get that, whether I hit it or not. And it's a fine line between making it, you know, difficult, narrow and difficult, and making it just fire up the roulette wheel. No, that's a tough one to come up with. And then your 9th goes the other way. Okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, obviously it's for the major you did that. But even with it being, I don't know. I'd be curious. Oh. Left myself a bit here. You know, I think the big challenge in the major contest is to create a difficult course, but in a way that actually might be somewhat enjoyable to play. Thought I did it again. So, and it's just finding that balance, right? It's tough. It's just super difficult. And then your 10th is like the 10th in Augusta. I maybe would have been a little bit careful about having the holes be too similar to what the real life ones are. Yeah, it's you're getting your head kicked in. But I mean, I enjoy playing black salt. It's fun. Yeah, that to me is the biggest challenge is finding a way to kind of fulfill the objective, but have people still want to play your course. How's it going, Chris? Oh, it didn't break? Oh, and it friggin' went. Huh. Oh, yeah, I love a parkland course. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Give me more. But yeah, one of the things I'm noticing, like, I can see that, like, okay, the 11th at Augusta, there's some similarity to this. It's not the same by any stretch, but you can kind of see this. You can see where you're going with it. And I wonder if it would have been better if you had just, you know, gone with the environment and then had at least the holes play like more differently. Sure, that's English somewhere. Because again, it's kind of it's not it's a fine line between inspired by and copied, right? I'm not saying you copied this, but and then the 12th is a short par 3 with water. Can I see where I'm going with this? Yeah, it's a tough one. Because then you'll probably have somebody who'll be like, "Oh, cool, this is like Augusta," and it's, "Oh crap, that's not there." A little bit, I think a little bit. Hmm. I also think like Augusta's a tough one to do because it's a course everybody knows. Like we've it's the one major every year that you know they're playing at Augusta, right? You know where they're gonna play it, and so everybody knows the course, and so it's it's a lot easier to kind of nitpick whether like how it is like the real one, and it has such a distinct style too. Hmm. We need to snap hook this thing. So even this, like the 13th is a par 5 that's a dog leg left. You have the water on the right instead of the left, but it's the same idea. I don't know if you set yourself up to fail. You just gave yourself a tough project. So you've essentially made the dog leg like 13 in real life, and then you flip the water. I'm curious how the judges feel about that kind of thing. As we make an eagle on a major course, that's not supposed to happen. Not supposed to make eagles. I'm not, at least. Those overhanging trees are starting to bug me too. I mean, and that's the important thing, right? It's ultimately, are you enjoying what you're doing? If you are, keep it up. Yeah, I mean, it's ironic too, because the real life Augusta the front 9 is harder than the back line, and this is same thing here. The front was harder than the back has been so far. There's not a lot of room there. Into the wind. Your sculpting is a little bit wonky at times too. I just pay attention to it. I gotta hit 3-wood. Run back. Or stay up there, that's fine. Actually, chipping might be better because then I can put some spin on it at least. So I like how you've done that where if you go long, like if you go short, you're wet, obviously. If you go long, have fun with that putt. So you might tempt people into laying up because you might be better off with a wedge than trying to putt from above the hole or chip from above the hole or whatever. Nah, so you flip 16 as well, the green. Ah. In the bunker a lot. Don't normally do that. Uh-oh. 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 Stop. Ooh, it did. Okay. Thought that was gone. Eisenhower's tree. Over we go. Back 9 feels a little comfortable. I think part of it is it's very similar to the real life Augusta, so I kind of know what I'm doing here. And part of it is it might not be hard enough. What she said. And then you flipped 18. The bunkers at least. Oh no, no. Get left. Get way left. All right. I think I just got to coax this down here. Uh-oh. It's fine. Yeah, back was a little too comfortable. I mean, you have your... I mean, yeah, so... Here's what I would suggest. Your pars are exactly what they are in real life. Like you've... Yeah, I think you've gone too close to copying. The environment is very cool. Some of the sculpting is a little bit on the rough side. Your tees are this. There's what, a couple of manipulated tees, I guess. Sure. Environment's really, really well done. Like it definitely looks like Augusta. The way you created the bunkers looks great. I mean, you've nailed the everything around it. Yeah, the golf it might not be hard enough for major. I mean, if I'm shooting If I'm shooting 6 under and I was in the water twice with just absolutely horrific swings, then yeah, I think that the Plat guys are going to rip this to shreds. But again, it's when you have to design based on difficulty level, it's so difficult, because a lot of times you end up compromising your course to try to achieve your difficulty, and it just messes it up. So it's one of the reasons I think the major contest is so difficult, is you have to focus on it being difficult almost above everything else. Not quite, but almost, right? So it's a tough one. It's a really nice, inspired by Augusta course. It's well done in that regard. So good job, man. For those watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. Make sure to hit like. Let me know you're enjoying the content. Hit subscribe. Let me know you want to see more, and leave a comment to let me know what you think. We're gonna be back with some more design or major design contest courses. I'll see you in the next one.